You know, I'm Challenger, I have no life, and I'm Asian, so I probably can get rank 1. Previously on Dragon Balls in My Mouth, we were at 500,000 LP. And in this episode, we're going to be going down 13 hours of footage broken down into like 20 minutes or some shit. That's why we're going to be doing another speedrun in this video and basically saying why I sucked or why I did good or why we won. For example, in the early game of this match, I wasn't really doing too hot and I got a little out-jungled per se, but you know, when it came to the mid game, I got a few kills, I got, you know, myself fed again, and now I have 5 kills on myself, so it's up to me to carry this game. And you're probably wondering, why the fuck do you have a dagger? Well, I misclicked. So I sell the dagger and I go for the Guardian Angel. You know, Guardian Angel, really good if you want to be that carry and you don't want to give up your shutdown. And also I do have the hit point to supplement for the resist. But now we're in a deep dire situation where the enemy is doing Baron because we weren't really positioned well. And I go in at 2000 hit point because there's a little delay on repelling, so you know, you want to go in a little bit earlier. And I get the Baron. Also, the reason I picked Elise in this game was because we had a Pantheon and a Yasuo, so that's too much AD and we needed some AP. And also, we're just sieging and waiting for the super minions to push in, but apparently we can just do this, and yeah, I guess diving the enemy team is another way to win. So I do get my elo. Next game, I play Skarner, and I'm not doing the best, but my team is doing better than I am. So you know what I do in this game? I feed, but then I win. How did I do it, you may ask? Well, that is my secret and for you guys to figure out. Also, the LP is the same because I guess I didn't record the game before this, so yeah, I guess I forgot to hit that record button. But in the next game, we play Kayle, and guess what happens? That's right, we feed, and then we lose. Yeah, you know, I just wanted to play her because I think she might be OP, and I want to try her again, but I guess I'm just not good at her. I'm just bad at the top lane with carry champions, so yeah, no, I'm not gonna play her anymore. And now I'm doing my blue as Skarner, and I'm like, yeah, this blue looks nice, but apparently I don't notice the Kazakhs in my jungle, even though he was actually in vision for about like 2 seconds. And if I had panned my screen down or looked at the minimap when he appeared on our team's vision, I don't think I would have died. But this actually snowballed the shit out of him and put me behind, so yeah, I actually lose off that. In the next game, I play The Rock. But then I'm against Vlad getting, you know, having a fun time. And then I don't touch him because I feel, fuck me. And the worst thing about this matchup is, even though I'm maxing out E, which is better for like AD champions, let's say I max out Q. The thing is, if I max out Q, Vladimir is just going to heal up anyway, so all my poke and harass and mana wasted is, I just don't like this matchup. I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to do, but yeah, I fucking get shit on. Even in the end screen, I get shit on. Now, this next game is a little interesting to me. So first off, I want to continue camping for our Fiora. I'm pretty sure our bot lane in this game was kind of getting shit on. And that's why you see Fiora in the bot lane and now our bot lane in the top lane, because we want to get the bot lane tower. So once your powerful units are done with their lane and get their first tower, they swap lanes to get the other tower. And that's actually how you're supposed to play this game. Very strategic and macro lane swapping bullshit, you know what I mean. But this dive also could have went better. I could have actually took one more tower shot, but I'm actually really afraid of repelling and still getting hit by the tower shot. And I read some comments saying it's intentional. Fuck no, I'm pretty sure when you repel, you're supposed to avoid all types of missiles, so this bug actually makes me super uncomfortable if it works or not. So that's why I repelled the last missile shot from the tower that could kill me, because I was too scared if the tower would glitch out or not. So Fiora could have actually lived and not get a shutdown. But yeah, I don't know, man. You guys saw earlier, Ezreal was like, he ulted the Baron, but that was so random how he would get it. I mean, he was counting, he was like 1, 2, 3, and he fucking got the Baron with a blind Ezreal ultimate, which was okay, incredible. And so with the comeback coming from the Baron, you know, giving us 300 gold each, we actually accomplished quite a bit. And also, you guys are probably wondering, why do I always get like Proto Belt on Elise after my GA? You know, the reason is because I want to do more damage, plus I need some hit points that compensate for my resist that come from GA, so that's the reason why I get it. And yeah, man, you know, that blind Ezreal ultimate actually basically won us the game. Also, I didn't realize these spiders were super OP when you are dead in GA form. So that's another reason why to get GA on Elise, and we win the game. In this next game, I'm like, ooh, bitch, that's my pink ward. I'm gonna fuck you up. So I try and fuck her up, but apparently Lee Sin was in that bush, and also Syndra is way closer than Malzahar in this little skirmish, so yeah, you know, I always want to contest these wards, but maybe the way to contest this ward is to know where Lee Sin is, and also is your team in position to contest the ward, yes or no, and if the answer is no, aka they're being pushed in, or like, you know, they're just under leveled, then obviously you can't contest them things. I didn't realize that there's a possibility of Lee Sin being there, and it actually leads to bad shit happening. So yeah, this game was just a bad idea of contesting a ward, and also a lack of wards to protect my laners from being ganked by Lee Sin. I mean, after that situation, I just had to farm up. But, you know, next game, I'm like, you know, I want a champion who gives me freelo and gives me that elo that I always want to get when I'm feeling down. Unfortunately, we have a little trade here where I kind of fuck up actually. It's not the silence, I think it was decent, it's the sidestep. I actually should have juked to the right because I would have dodged it, but the Draven ultimate actually curved and went to the Draven who went upwards, where, you know, I probably should have known he'd go upwards. But, you know, that's just my inexperience of playing versus Draven. Now I'm going to show you the play, which, was not the best. You can see we actually got their bot lane dead, and we tried to bait the Baron. The thing is, when you usually do something like this and you start the Baron, you need a tank to, you know, tank the Baron, and you also need to turn when the enemy comes in. This wasn't the case at all. In fact, we should have just, you know, stayed in the pit, maybe pink warded and hopped out instead of starting the Baron when they come. So yeah, very bad call. Wasn't my call. Obviously, I learned after it. Otherwise, I would have said, hey, let's cancel it. But yeah, basically, don't do the Baron unless you're gonna either burst it, or if you want to bait it, then you need someone to tank it. I think maybe Vlad could have, but there was no one on our team with high armor, so yeah, we definitely had to like not start it. Also, we could have maybe had to come back here, but I get caught out, and that kind of baits my team into going in, where, you know, we shouldn't because we're kind of weaker and we just want to wave clear. But yeah, this could have been a potential comeback. Unfortunately, my team actually dies in this team fight, so bye bye base. And bye bye elo. This game I'm like, ooh, Syndra, give me that shit. And you know, I actually do want to repel her ulti, but I guess I could have actually waited when she ulted, because there's like a big time window where you can actually just dodge the multiple balls in your face. Plus also, if you guys didn't notice, there was a Gragas barrel which was fully charged and actually fucked me, but guess what? It's a good thing our team is actually doing good, and Gragas is a shit jungler right now. To all the people saying he's a good jungler, ha ha ha, good joke. But that is simply not true, since his win rate dropped by like 2%. But that logic is flawed when it comes to Rek'Sai, because she dropped actually like 2.5%, and people still play her, so that's actually pretty interesting. But no one plays Gragas jungle, so I am right about that one. Anyways, winning the game is my middle name, so we do win that game. Now, I'm going to talk about my Zac E's. You see, I press my E randomly on wherever I think they're going to be, but I think the proper way when using his E to gank is how you hit skill shots in lane is when the enemy is going for a CS. So basically, I've been fucking on my Zac E's for a very long time. You'll still actually see it after this game, but I do realize that after multiple games of playing this champion that I should probably use my E when they go for a last hit, and also, I did not think that something like this would happen. And right here, fuck man, I should have just ditched my team. Like, I thought they might need help, so I kind of jumped towards them, but I should have known that everyone would die. Well, actually, I don't know if I should have known. I thought maybe we could turn around, but I should have ditched. And you know, this game's not looking too good until I get the special idea where me and Tryndamere should do the Baron over the wall. It works kind of, but our base is being destroyed, and also, it actually took so long. I don't know why. Maybe Tryndamere got the 50% decreased damage debuff, so maybe I wasn't tanking it right, but right here, I think, hey, this super fed Aurelion So is a free kill. Then it's actually really late to realize that the enemy team is actually already here, and we get fucked. Because potentially it was a 3v1 catch, but then it actually turned into a 5v3. But nah, fuck man, this game we should have just let Tryndamere split push and pushed as 4 or some shit like that. I don't know. We just kept getting caught out and in bad situations. And I think if we just pressured one side of the map while Tryndamere pressures the other one, it might have been better, but yeah. You know me. Silly old me. Fuck me. But you know me, always feeding, always getting shit on, and always dying somewhere on the map. But for some reason, Kha'Zix in this game was actually somewhat useless more than me. I actually don't know why, but it just felt that way even though he had a better score. I don't know, that's what my memory says about this game. I have no idea what I did better, but I think I pressured it better than he did, even though he's like a mid lane main, of course. It was just weird. But yeah, we had a lot of pressure on the map, so we just did Baron and said, hey, whatever. And it turns out Kha'Zix was actually pretty weak compared to our carries. Yeah, so yeah, this game went from me feeding to me feeding. But at one point I don't feed and we team fight, and that team fight is actually a winner chicken dinner, so I get some LP off that dinner. Next game, I play Zac. Guess what happens? I do the little one side clear and I gank mid, and it's actually successful. I even tell Arc second to get his E level 2 so we can make this gank a little bit more easier. But this game sucked. I mean, I kept getting all the kills. I didn't give it to my team. It was kind of stupid. Zac with a bunch of kills can't really do carrying, but I guess I'll take it. And like the one time I do try and give a kill away to my teammate, he almost doesn't get the kill, but thankfully he has Thunderlords to secure the kill, and that's why I like to take all the kills, because it's a little bit sketchy if that doesn't happen. But yeah, I got base damage to rely on, so I guess that's good. I just get more tankier, I guess, if I get more kills, so I mean, it's alright. And right here I can tell the Sona is like kind of going over the wall, so I predict it. Then I flash backwards. It looks stylish, but honestly I don't think I need to flash out, because I don't think they could have killed me and my E would have came up. But it did look kind of clean, didn't it? Anyways, this game's over. The next game I play Soraka, and you can see the game hasn't even started, and guess what I'm doing? I'm already feeding. When the laning phase starts, I'm already feeding as well. But what do you think happens at the end of this game? Do you think I win, or do you think I lose? That's right, I get the Baron buff, and I get the Baron buff, but there's something I want to say before I spoil the ending of this game. Basically, some people have told me Ardent, Censer, and Mikhail's don't stack the healing part. Well, it actually does stack. I was reading through the patch notes, and there was a quote from Riot that said they didn't like how Ardent, Censer, and Mikhail's were stacking with each other, but the thing is, these passives are not unique passives with a name. They're just unique passives, so that means Forbidden Idol, Mikhail's Crucible, and Ardent Censer, they all actually stack with each other. The next game I play Taric, and we're actually shitting on the bot lane super hard, and we go for this dive, but you know what I always like to do, which is going to be feed, but instead of me feeding, I always bait this Kayle into feeding herself. Now, one thing about these dives that you may not know is these dives should not work. Like, I should not do them, because I don't know where their enemy jungler is, and I'm not calling for my jungler to come for this dive, so it can be actually a little unsafe to do these, and it could actually have gone really bad for us, but I mean, we do get a kill and I always get out. So you know what happens here. Basically my AD carry feeds, but well, my team does the winning, as top lane and mid lane did win. We also kind of won because we were shitting on them, but in the end we actually do win. Now in this bot lane trade, me and Ezreal actually get fucked, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're not fighting. And yeah, we burn a lot of summoners except Ezreal's flash, so that's a bad thing, but we also get Jhin's flash. And you'll see later that I kind of abuse it because, Jhin can't walk up to me if he doesn't have flash, as Ezreal will just flash on him, and also the stun does last for a long time and we can beat him up. Or we can do that on Vel'Koz as long as we survive. But now as you can see, Jhin does flash away, so now we have to deal with the Vel'Koz, which luckily doesn't have enough damage to finish off this Ezreal. And also on the other side of the map, my team was actually shitting on them. So what ends up happening is we get a lot of gold, a lot of power, so we decide, hey, once we kill Kha'Zix, let's do this Baron because it's really easy. Unfortunately, my ultimate does not pop soon enough, and I die from Vel'Koz. Either way, we get the Baron and we win the game. In the next game, I play Soraka, and I can sense a dive coming from the Rex side, which we can definitely fight, but once Echo is here, that is where we can definitely not defend this little 4v2 without any help. So I feed without being intentional, aka which means that, I could have prevented it, but also, yeah, a 5-man dive bottom. Wow, I feel honored to have this much attention on me. Anyways, I have not done anything for a long time, but you can see the score is 2 and 12, and yeah, maybe if I avoided that 5v2 under the tower, maybe this game could have been different. The only way I could have known a tower dive such as that would happen is if I knew Rumble had teleport, Echo was MIA, which I did know, but I didn't know he'd be walking downtown, and maybe me and Kayle could have avoided that altogether, but we'd still lose the tower, and, we'd be a little behind. You know what? Fuck this game. In the next game, I gank bottom lane, and then, once she condemns me, I'm like, maybe I should go in a little bit more, but there's a miscalculation in this gank because Nidalee does come, and I kind of remember this situation clearly and what was going through my mind. So basically, as I was in my red side jungle, I was like, ooh, I know something that's gone, which is going to be my red buff. So it's about 3 minutes and 12 seconds, so I assume, hey, maybe she's going to a red buff. Because what she did was she got a leash from Gromp or Blue, one of the two, went straight to my red, and I think she might be doing scuttle crap at the moment, but in game I thought she would head straight to her red buff, but apparently she was actually around and doing like scuttle crap or some shit, I have no idea, and yeah, I get shit on. And you know, to be honest, I actually should have picked Elise in this matchup versus Nidalee, because there's like, it's really hard if you have someone like Hecarim who isn't the best in early game and can definitely be cucked by Nidalee. But also this outplay coming from Gosu, ooh, shit, that was nice. It actually cucked me really hardcore, because he dashed forward and my ultimate actually didn't hit him, and he just went on my back line and just shit on them. So he basically outplays my team, and even outplays me, because I think he's going to dash backwards, but that's not the case. Anyways, that was probably the only moment of coming back into this game. Hell yeah, I get a little fed, but guess what? The enemy team has already snowballed, and yeah, fuck Nidalee, I hate that chat. This next game I'm playing Taric, and you know, things happen. I didn't feed for once. I actually did quite well. I think I tried this new tactic where I don't feed anymore, but you'll probably see in later games where I do feed, and yeah, let's just say I got lucky in this game. Alright, so this next play, it's actually pretty interesting. I'm going to explain why I did it. So before this invade happened, we actually killed Echo, which means I now have jungle pressure, plus I can enter his jungle without anyone coming to the jungle. But the thing is, I actually realized this a little bit later, and I was doing the Scuttle Crab, so I actually get caught out in his jungle because he had respawned by the time I got done with the Scuttle Crab and started doing his Gromp. And that's why this invade was very bad and also made me a little sad. So yeah, if you want to invade the enemy's jungle, make sure you go there immediately when you have some pressure or you know where he is, instead of doing the crab, because that takes a while, and you can also do the crab when you are exiting the enemy's jungle. Now little whiles later, they actually rushed the Baron because we all recalled at a bad time and, you know, kind of screwed around after we got their inhibitor. But you know, this attempt at a Baron steal, I was aiming to actually kill some people and wreak some havoc. I do get the Baron steal, of course, because that's how good I am, which means my team is like, yeah, let's go in. And I do like having a GA, my passive. It's actually really nice. You know, you can go like Spirit Visage and then GA, it's awesome. And you also have like 3,000 hit points, so you're really tanky. And yeah, I guess you can call it the Cancer Zac build. Anyways, we do win off that. The next game, you know, I played Taric again, but this game made me really sad. Like, here's actually an outplay I discovered while kind of reviewing it. So basically, since I should know that Blitzcrank is going to hook me here, I can pre-cast my E so it stuns him and I don't get knocked up, and I can maybe exhaust the Blitzcrank or the Lucian who's behind him. Of course, if I didn't fuck up the warding the bush earlier, then this would have never happened. But yeah, I feed and then I lose. Woo! On to the next game. So right here, something happens that is really interesting that I learned. Basically, what the enemy team is trying to do is bait me. I know I can fuck him in the ass with my Taric, and I think they know that too, so they intentionally want me to go forward and trade with them, which means I'm caught vulnerable to a Hecarim gank, which means, well, I die. So this is like a big learning thing where I realize that, hey, maybe if I don't see Hecarim on the map and they're doing something stupid or something baity, I should pick up on that and be like, they changed their playstyle a little bit. But because of this gank, my Jhin actually loses tower and we lose the game. In the next game, I actually DC because my internet goes out since they're doing some maintenance shit, and then I actually played off my cell phone internet, my tether internet. You know, basically what happened was I came back level 2, they were level 4. You know, the game was actually winnable, but if there was tilt, if there was the one time that I've tilted, it would be this game. Because it was a decision I made that was actually super stupid. And like, this game is the most tilted I've ever been. Like, hey, me admitting that I was tilted, that's when you know that I'm tilting. All the other times people have accused me for being tilted, no, fuck no. I know real tilt, and that's when my internet goes out and makes me like 3 levels behind. Because all I'm thinking about is when will my internet come back up, and I didn't really care about the game too much. The next game, I play Graves, and Elise ganked so much that he made the team go 0-7 before I got to do anything. I mean, well, actually I didn't do anything this game. I mean, it was kind of hard, I guess. Or I was on the wrong side of the map at the wrong time. But I did know my Jhin was not an AD carry main, so there wasn't really too much high expectation coming from my bot lane. So what I should have done is try and concentrate on my mid laner and top laner. But either one, I didn't get anything to happen, or two, I may have realized that a little bit too late. And finally, the last game of the 13-hour footage is going to be a Zac game. So in this Zac game, you can see it's another tough game, but I have full kill participation. That's a good thing. It means I'm doing some things, but the other team is either solo killing or the enemy Lee Sin is doing work. Either way, it's time to make shit happen, and whenever they siege onto the middle tower, I'll always be there. Like, basically what's going on is they got the top tower, they got the bottom tower, and they want to siege the mid lane tower. Since Zac is such a good initiator, and, you know, coming from the Pog of War, fog of war. It makes it really hard for the enemy to actually siege without any sort of poke or front line. And if we can CC them before they get out, that's also a good thing. But yo, this Victor, he's actually getting mad fed. Also, if the enemy actually really wants to siege the mid lane, they have to ward their sides, aka the fog of war where I can use my E from. And if I do try to initiate, Lee Sin can just ult me away. That's what's gotta happen if the enemy team wants to siege the mid lane tower. But yeah, they keep trying to siege a mid lane tower without any preparation. It's just not gonna go well for them if we have an initiator. And also really good fallout coming from Victor's W. So we can combo, chain CC that with my, E and R. And yeah, our Victor is just getting like super fed. So this is really good for us and all we have to do is protect Victor. Now again, enemy team trying to siege mid, although not a lot of people are here, but it would have been a good initiation if I guess they came in. But hey, look at this Victor, he's getting some of that juicy gold from the Cassiopeia, and also the Caitlyn, and also the Rumble. So after these 3 kills, what would you do? Push mid, push top, what would you do? If you answered anything but Baron in this situation, then you fucked up. Anyways, who has a better late game team comp? Is it the team with Lee Sin on their team, or the team with Zac? Well, you see, it's the team with Zac. And then we lose, this team fight that is. But it's only a minor setback, and the enemy team cannot get anything out of it, since they are not near our base. But when they are out of their base, guess what happens? It's time to fight them. Cause we are a powerful late game team comp, we know we can win, so we have to initiate anytime that the enemy team leaves their base, so we can get a team fight or a pick, and then basically win the game since mid inhibitor is down. So yeah, victory power. And yeah, you've just gone through 13 hours of footage. I hope you guys enjoyed it. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, you see me play support, but the thing is, it's actually going to be a little bit more smarter support, and it's basically me trying to improve on support and trying some new things. So if you want to watch my new strategy or tips or whatever that I already kind of mentioned, but not all of it, then make sure you watch the episode. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure to leave a like, and if you didn't, make sure to subscribe. Anyways, I am Pansar Dragon, and I'll see you guys next time.